When you fall into the low point of life, the cruelest thing is often not the voice of the outside world, but the ruthless criticism of yourself. Do you think that only good enough, hard enough, and perfect enough can you be worthy of love? Love is never an exchange, but a self-sufficient light. All pain comes from persistence, especially the persistence of self-seeking. We think that criticizing ourselves can make us better, but what really makes people grow is understanding and compassion. Being able to comfort yourself softly when you fail and give yourself warmth in difficulties is like lighting a heart lamp to guide you out of the darkness. You don't need to be perfect to be worthy of love. When you start to treat yourself with kindness, you will find that the world will also be gentle. Self-compassion is to accept yourself gently so that you can truly overcome difficulties. Many people think that compassion is to give to others, but they forget that they are also worthy of being loved. If a person can't love himself, his love will never be complete. Because a heart is lacking, it can't really be given. Only people who are full of love can let love flow. When you fall into self-blame and guilt, you might as well take a deep breath and imagine yourself as a close friend. If your best friend experiences the same pain, how will you comfort him? You will give encouragement and gently tell him, "It doesn't matter. You have worked hard." So why can't we treat ourselves like this? When you learn to be kind to yourself, the inner pain will slowly melt, replaced by warmth and breadth. From this moment on, please allow yourself to embrace your imperfection, allow yourself to rest, and allow yourself to grow in love. True compassion starts from one's own heart, and let love flow to the world. True forgiveness begins with letting go of yourself. In this world, the most difficult thing to reconcile is often yourself. We are always resentful of the mistakes of the past, the anxiety about the future is infinitely amplified, and we are full of dissatisfaction and doubts about ourselves now. Have you ever recalled those wrong things you did over and over again in the dead night, and felt guilty and remorseful of yourself? Do you always feel that you are not good enough to be loved? If a person is not a sage who can be without fault, everyone will make mistakes, experience failures, and even wander in the trough of life. But mistakes are not punishment, but nutrients for growth. True wisdom is not to indulge yourself in remorse, but to learn to understand yourself, forgive yourself, and then bravely move towards the future. When you learn to be compassionate to yourself, you will find that every fall is a practice, and every scar is a medal of the soul. No one is born perfect, but when he is willing to embrace himself gently and accept his imperfection, he has lit a lamp in the dark to illuminate his path. Only when you let go of the harshness of yourself can you be truly free. You don't need the approval of others to be worthy of love. We are used to seeking recognition from the outside world and entrusting our own value to the evaluation of others. When others praise us, we feel good enough. When others deny us, we feel worthless. However, such love is unstable, fragile, and fleeting. True love does not come from the outside world, but from the heart. When you always look for love outside, you will always be in need, because you entrust your happiness to the impermanent world. But when you learn to love yourself, you can build an unshakable lighthouse in your heart, and you can be motionless regardless of the wind and rain outside. Loving yourself is not selfish, but a kind of wisdom. When you learn to give yourself love and warmth, your heart will no longer be empty. You don't need the permission of others to become a person worthy of love. You are self-sufficient, and your existence is full of value in itself. You don't need external courtship, because love has already existed in your heart. Embrace yourself with compassion. Life can't be without regrets and mistakes, but please remember that you don't need to be perfect to be worthy of love and happiness. When you are willing to let go of your harshness and learn to embrace yourself compassionately, you will find that the light in your heart has long existed, just waiting for you to light it up. No matter what situation you are in, you can treat yourself gently. In difficulties, I still have the power of love. Don't criticize yourself anymore, but learn to give yourself a deep compassion and forgiveness.